Start talking.
Hi, CGers. This is Riv.
And this is Rosie.
We are experiencing the world of podcasting, and so today we're basically just going to give you our general ideas of what we're going to do with the podcast.
Oh, it's called For Crown and Podcast. Welcome to For Crown and Podcast.
This name was cleverly thought of, by the way, by Rosie, and she has also done all the research to do this. So, let's give up for our syllabus, which is also amazingly crafted by Rosie and Riv. The first thing that we're really going to try and do with
Okay, keep going, sorry.
What?
No, keep going. Go.
First, we're really going to do with this is we're going to talk about, the updates around the site. We're going to talk about the future of For Crown and Glory, what we plan on doing with it, where we plan on heading with characters, subplots, the main plot,
season changes.
Exactly, and site maintenance. We also want to tell you guys of the updates of the site, and we want to help people understand better what's going on in Sunderhill and in Liston and in the neighboring countries, because we realize that not a lot of people know what the monarchy is in Faringalia or in España or in Italia. And these are problems because then it means that if somehow your character has had connection with either of these characters, you have no idea what's going on. So eventually we are going to get to that point and we're going to discuss that in one of our podcasts later on. We're also going to try and do interviews with the administrators of other historical role-playing sites to give you a broader range of sites that you can role-play on and enjoy. These sites will be taken from our sister sites and our affiliates. So people such as ID,
Il Desiderio, ID. I thought I could pronounce it and then I couldn't.
Exactly. No one can pronounce it, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even A Thinking Feeling, Sapphire Court, Eternal Roma. We also want to discuss with you guys the historical trends and societal facts and how they affect our characters. During these times, we're going to do fun segments, and part of that will also be discussing the characters month, telling you guys why we chose these people, why we think they fit the bill, and basically letting you guys know our thoughts on everything. We also want to do a little bit of an FAQ, so if you guys have questions that you think a newcomer would have about the site, send them in, and we will put them all together. We'll think of answers as best as we can, and we will do a podcast for you. We also want to discuss, what's the perfect application? What exactly are we looking for? And we also want to talk about the ideal member. What does the ideal member do? What does the perfect application accomplish? One thing that Rosie often mentions to me is that she can never pronounce any of the names.
I can pronounce them, maybe you just pronounce them incorrectly. That's all I'm saying.
Correctly, I'm Irish. I know how to say.
No, Elise,
anyway.
Okay, like the big one is Elise or Alice. I say Elise, she says Alice, tomato. I still think it's Elise, because that's historically correct. Anyway, we're going to be just discussing proper pronunciations, what are some common mispronunciations. I don't know if a waif is common or uncommon, but it's how I pronounce Afi? Eve? That's how I pronounce it.
With an F.
With an F?
With an F.
Oh,
and then you always mispronounce Havarli. Is that it?
Havarli? Havarali. That's how I say it. Havarali.
And then there's Severali.
I can do that one.
Yeah. And I'm also going to mention why I put those names in, because not a lot of people know this, but I was intending to go with a different angle for the site of it originally. I wanted it set more in, India. But anyway.
India?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Don't ask questions. We're also going to get, the history of Sunderhill, the history of Liston. And because a lot of people seem to have questions about this, we want to discuss the subplots and how they work. This is for the benefit of members who are a little bit confused about them, who don't exactly know where to start them, or where their character fits in, or how to get in one. So we're going to discuss that in the podcast. Eventually, we will even get into doing the history of each noble family in each country. Maybe even contribute one podcast per family so that we have fun, miscellaneous information on each of those people. We will even include foreign monarchies and the monarchies of Central and Lisbon. We also want to do summarize posts with important threads, highlight some of our personal favorites, discuss character development and what it means, and do a character dissection sometimes. If you want to suggest we do a character suggestion of someone...
Digestion.
Yes,
or dissection. Not digestion.
Yes.
You said insection.
Whoops. That's something totally different, I think.
Yeah. I don't think... Anyway, yeah, so if you guys, want to volunteer your own character, I think, I really think we should do Aldrin because he's a really interesting character, or something like that.
Don't say that.
Psh, psh. Yeah, so you can send us a PM, or maybe we'll create a subform specifically for the podcast. That's an option. So yeah, maybe we'll do that.
So far, we're pretty much just exploring this. So
I've been studying this.
For 2
Everything
days.
I know about podcasting I learned from Harry Potter. Enough said.
Harry Potter and Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl didn't teach me anything about podcasting. Gossip Girl taught me about life.
I totally thought you just said podcasting. Anyway.
Check out this body.
I can't see your body. We went over this.
I can see yours. Bam chicka bow wow.
Yeah, my cute and cuddly panda pajamas.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Yeah, podcast.
Alright, so toodles, fellow CGers, we will talk to you later.
And this is your friendly episode of For Crown and Podcast.
Toodles.